Awesome.
How we doing? That look alright for you?
Looks perfectly fine, yeah.
Beauty.
Hi, this is Eli with Nugget Productions, and today I'm here with...
John Robertson. Hey,
So, John, you run the Dark Room. What inspired you to pretty much just scream at people's faces for the past, few years?
Who wouldn't want to do that? Have you met people?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, horrifying things. Destroy. No, I had a little routine about how crap 80s video games were, and I did that at a big anime convention once, and the audience just started playing along with a game that didn't really exist right at the time. And yeah, it was cool. I love improvising with an audience, so that's become, it pays a lot of rent.
Do you have a script that you follow before you tell them they die, or is it just you're in a room, good luck?
Well, it depends. We got this huge map that I built, which I keep adding stuff to, and I can't always remember what's there. But some of it, I just feel that'll kill you. They're I know I've inhabited that character and run that show for so long. I'm like, no, that logically is what's going to kill you. Or sometimes I'll press a button, I'm like, oh, as it turns out, you're dead, or not.
What was the inspiration behind the Dark Room?
Oh, well, crap 80s text adventure games, Japanese game shows, a desire to just bully the shit out of some people, undiagnosed issues that should have gone to therapy about, a great desire to wear the outfit that I wear when I go goth clubbing with the outfit of the Legion of Doom from the wrestling. These were all the things.
So basically you're trying to make Zork with PTSD.
Oh yeah, well Zork gave me PTSD. When I used to play these games when I was a kid, and the thing about text adventure games, it's not like any other game to play. Say you're a kid, you pick up Rocket League and you go, oh no, I'm not good at Rocket League. What, you can't get the car to put the ball in the goal, right? You're not good at a text adventure because it doesn't fucking tell you what you're meant to do in any way. I found this thing when I was a kid, right? This game, we never found out what game it was. It was like an enchanted old, computer out the back of my classroom when I was in year 5, right? And games think, you're in a cave, you find a map, pick up map, you grow weaker, and we just couldn't do anything, and it just kept killing us. So I was like, okay, whether that's a message from Satan to go, this will be your career. But yeah, it really, really messed me up.
For those at home watching, would you like to give a demonstration of what a usual show looks like for you?
Yeah, sure. Okay, see all of this light? Well, that's not here anymore. Then, suddenly I will sound more like this. You awake to find yourself in a dark room. And you add to that a beautiful, beautiful bit of software that some mates of mine worked really hard to produce, and an outfit that I put no effort into, and you got yourself a show. And
you also turned this into a video game a couple of years ago, didn't you?
I did.
Is it running the same engine using the shows, or is it more just very much Unity?
Unity. Unless they're the ones who are charging for use now, in which case, no.
Yeah.
No, it was Unreal. We were fine. We're fine.
It was Unreal.
Yeah.
Absolutely unreal that these shows actually happen as well.
Yeah, true.
I find it really funny how people get so excited to see you, and then it's oh, I'm going to be on stage, they get invited on stage, and then suddenly just you go,
you awake to find yourself. I love that. People are good. I genuinely love playing with people, and anyone who wants to go to a weird looking and sounding show and wants to play, right, and expresses that in a way that suggests enthusiasm, but not a desire to sort of have their own incredible breakdown. I love playing with. We just had some really fun people in the last few shows. People are f***ing great, and you can find these weird wholesome moments in all of the dark stuff as well. There was this really nice woman who, she had an anxiety attack in the middle of her turn, but she was just oh, this is happening, and I was like, okay, and it was fine, it was just really lovely, and she was just like, yeah, no, it's all good, I actually don't want to play anymore, but I'll get someone who does, and the person that she wanted me to play with was her sister, who's dressed as this creepy puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's, the most frightening thing I've ever seen. Now that woman doesn't have anxiety, I have bloody anxiety, but yeah, this is what I like, you do the show, people understand, hey, we're playing, this is a fun place to play and muck around and be a bit silly, and then if it gets too intense for you, you're allowed to stop. That's no problem.
The character that you put on during the shows is very much almost reminiscent of how you are in real life, but it's so much over extreme that it's so just enjoyable to see.
Thank you.
As well as the fan interaction, sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's really lovely. The guy that I am on stage doesn't have to do anything other than exist for those 2 hours that he's on stage. So it's easy to be very extreme about things. But yeah, I do. Anyone who knows me is like, oh no, he is like that occasionally. So,
would you say that what people give you are like commands into like a command box, or is it more just turns that they give?
I don't understand.
It's like when someone, it's like you're like go left, find light.
Yeah.
Are they more turns, or would you refer to them as more commands?
Oh, I would think of them as commands. Yeah, those are commands. Your turn is your whole go in the game, and these are the options you pick. Yeah, yeah. Although that said, I hate being told what to do, so maybe commands is too strong a word.
What's the, I'm going to say, the best, the worst, and the most stupidest command you've ever gotten?
The swell of the things that appear. My favourite is the find light switch sequence. That was the original joke, and it just still works. And
You can't find a light switch, you're in a dark room.
You're in a dark room. You need the light switch to see. Do you see? I see. Bullshit, you see. It really makes me happy. I never get sick of that. We could be doing a show where I've completely lost myself, and somebody picks that, and I wake up. I feel good. The stupidest one I ever put in are all of the options that I've put in the game over the last 11 years that have never been f***ing found by anybody. Those are the stupidest ones, because a lot of time went into those. There are videos that are hidden that no one's ever seen. So maybe some of that. And the worst one that I ever put in, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I really dislike. No. I've been pretty happy with just about everything. Then there are the occasional one. Oh no, the one that makes me kind of, and it's still in the game, and it makes me kind of clench my ass cheeks in like fear. Is I put Starfield in the game, right? And all that happens when you say, all right, let's play Starfield, is that the opening to Starfield suddenly appears, but if you just give it long enough, you'll realise it's the Skyrim music underneath it, right? And I'll tell you something, right? That's a bloody tense 10 seconds, because the crowd are now looking at the screen like, yes, John, we understand that Starfield is happening. And then they hear, whoo, whoo, and they're like, we don't know what that, Puffin, and they're like, yes, good, point well made, but that's a hard one to ride.
What's your favourite reference you put in the dark room?
My favourite reference that I put in was when it's the cheat code, which is still somewhere in there.
Well, up, down, left,
left, right, BA start. But that takes forever to get to. But it's next to my favourite one, which is if you you can go up, or you can go left. And if you go left, you jump to the left, and take a step to the right. Then you put your hands on your hips, squeeze your knees in tight, but it's the pelvic thrust. Really drives you insane. Yeah. Let's do the time warp again. It's from Rocky Horror. Right, and then that just restarts the game again. But yeah, people get excited by that and then realise that it's just to go back to start. So it's a lot of and then
I need to clip that you there.
Do it.
I will. Just on short, just like you're scrolling. Oh, panel
you.
Apart from the dark room, have there been any other projects you've been a part of?
Tons. Yeah, millions of the bloody things. Yeah, I mean, I used to host a TV show called Videogame Nation for Ginx TV. I wrote a novel that was published by Puffin called The Little Town of Marrowville. Yeah, I mean, I've been a touring stand-up comic. I've done about 11 different solo shows, which if we'd filmed and released them, you could call them specials. Yeah, I mean, all sorts of stuff. The Twitch channel, Robbotron's done a lot of charity work. We did 3 marathon 50-hour shows, stuff like that. Yeah, tons. Doesn't end.
The name Robotron, where'd that come from?
Well, my mate James in Perth, James DeLeo, the comedian, used to call me and my wife the Robbotrons, right? And it's just Robotron, this old 80s game, but Robbo, like Robertson, together. Yeah, as it turns out, I might have made a tactical error calling the Twitch channel that, because every time we rate Americans, they're so polite, but they don't know how to pronounce it. So they go, Robotron's here, Robotron. I'm just like, oh, come on, it's my name. John Robertson is here. It's fine.
And to finish off, if you could go back to any point in your career, how far back are you going, and what are you telling yourself?
I'd probably to go. Let's see. Probably. I think what I'd probably want to do is go forward. I want to go forward about 5 years from now and go, did you make enough money to buy a house? Because renting's a real pain in the fucking ass right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
No,
It's been
thank
lovely
you.
meeting you, honestly.
Joy to meet you. What a pleasure.
Looking forward to the show later.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome.
Marvellous. Thanks very much.